Good morning, people. This is a little bit embarrassing to say out loud, but I've just started working at Tesco. Honestly, I never imagined ending up here. Obviously, I don't love this job at all, but it is step one to chasing a dream that feels pretty much impossible to me, which is to become a professional motorbike racer. However, I am absolutely hyped because this is episode 2 in a series that I'm doing called Road to Racer, where I document my whole journey to becoming a racer. So in this video, I'm literally exposing absolutely everything. I'm gonna tell you exactly how much money I make working at Tesco. I'm gonna tell you how much money I've got saved and what I plan on doing with my money, and why this low-paying, boring job might be the most crucial decision I've made. So let's go, because I need to get to work. I don't really want to be late because I've only just started. So let's go. Alright, so here we are, Tesco Life. So just a quick recap in case you haven't watched episode 1. I will put one of those little cards in the corner of the screen like a professional. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, this is a recap. Basically, I quit a 45k per year job to follow my dream, I guess, of becoming a motorbike racer. I've not got any sponsors, I've not got a rich family, I don't even have a race bike at the moment. And in episode 1, I laid out a kind of 7-step plan of how I imagine I could achieve this dream. And step number 1 was quite simple. It was to simply find a part-time job, and I guess this is it. So I did manage to get a few clips from work. However, I'm still a little bit, scared to film in public, especially at work. So I was doing it all discreetly. This is me just walking up the stairs. That's a selfie of me. That's me loading up the van. I wasn't sure if I was actually allowed to record that or not, so I didn't add too much. But yeah, I had my dinner, and I mean, that's about it, really. Boom, okay, we have just finished the shift. It was boring as hell, I'll tell you that much. But we made money for the day. I always like to try and get some training done, either before or after work, or sometimes before and after. Today we're going to do some swimming, but before we go to the swimming pool, I want to tell you exactly why I took a Tesco job and why I quit a high-paying job. You might think it doesn't make sense because racing is so expensive, you need as much money as you can get, but it's not the case. So like I said, I used to earn £45,000 a year, and that job would have made affording like gear and race bikes a lot more easier. But the truth is I was miserable, the hours were long, and it really just drained me. And honestly, I had no energy at all to work on YouTube or to build my racing career. And anyway, after tax and food and rent and all these other bills, it's not like I had anywhere close to 45k sitting around. And that's when I realized that to build something bigger, I was gonna have to first do something a lot smaller. I took a pay cut to work fewer hours so that I could build something that actually mattered, an audience and content and a brand that sponsors would actually want to support. Okay, so what is it that I actually even do? Well, I'm a Tesco delivery driver, so yeah, I basically just go to customers' houses and give them their food. I work 26 hours a week, and I mean, this is ideal for me. So I work a Monday for 9 hours, a Wednesday for 9 hours, a Thursday morning for 4 hours, and then also a Sunday night for 4 hours. But yeah, this is ideal because I get basically 3 full days off where I can focus completely onto YouTube, which are Tuesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. And also I get most of Thursday, I only work in the morning for 4 hours, and also Sunday, I get most of Sunday off. So yeah, this job is perfect for me. It gives me enough time to focus on YouTube, on training, on just building this dream that I have. Alright, so here we are walking into the swimming centre. Swimming for me is perfect for like recovery. I do quite a lot of running, so my legs get quite a lot of abuse. So swimming is low impact, which is great for my body. It also clears my head because I have to actually think, because it's really difficult. Ignore this really cringy video of me. I was just trying to get some kind of clips to put in the video. This is me, I've just finished, and yeah, we're walking out now. I had a really good session. I did 1,500 meters, and yeah, feeling great. Okay, so we just finished swimming. Now we're going to talk numbers. So how much money do I have right now in my bank account, and how is Tesco's helping me move forward? I have 3 different places where my money's kind of kept. I have a Lloyd's bank account, which is for like short-term things that I need to buy regularly, like food, fuel, blah, 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 blah. And in that account, I have £606. And secondly, I've got a Moneybox savings account, which is for more medium-term kind of things, for example saving up for a race bike, and in this account I have £4,147. And then finally I have like a third account, which is like a Vanguard S&P 500 thing, I'm not going to tell you what's in there because one, there's not a lot, and also it's money that I'm not going to touch. That's for much later in life. So basically in total, I have £4,753 to my name. Okay, and what about my Tesco's job? How much money do I make from working at Tesco's? Well, Tesco's pay £13.35 an hour for delivery driving. I did the maths and it comes to about £1,403 after tax, okay, after tax. Let's break this down into like a monthly budget. Okay, so as you may know, my second step into my little plan that I've made is to try and move out of my parents' house. So I have a budget of £500 for rent. This probably means I'm going to be having to house share or find someone to share a house with, but I can't really afford much more than £500 a month. Food I wrote down as £200 because I eat quite a lot, and to be honest, I might even go over that. Fuel is £50 because I'll be living more in town. I won't have to use my van so much. And then I got subscriptions, things like Adobe for editing videos, music, my phone bill. It's all gonna come to around £100 more or less. And then finally we got like socializing and just having fun, which I put down between £100 and £150 because obviously I want to go out and have fun. I don't want to just stay at home all day. So this leaves me with about £400 a month if I'm disciplined. And honestly, this is going to be really hard to hit. I think I might go over it a little bit. So my goal for next year is to buy a motorbike, and I have a budget of about £6,000 to £8,000, and I need to have a emergency fund of about £1,000. So yeah, it's going to be really tight, but it's going to be possible because if I can save £400 for 12 months, that leaves me with £4,800. Which does mean that my budget of £6,000 to £8,000 is going to be possible. But the most important investment right now is actually this channel and making content. If I slip up during a few months and spend a bit more than I should, okay, no big deal. But what is a big deal is carry on being consistent with this. Right now I don't earn any money from YouTube, but hopefully with consistency, maybe in the future I'll be able to earn some, and I can put it back into racing. And that will also mean my content gets better because I'll be able to do more racing and make more better videos. So there you go, that's where I'm at. That is step 1 done. We have found a part-time job. Step number 2 is to move out of my parents' house, as I said earlier. And if you're wondering why on earth I would move out of my parents' house instead of saving even more money by living at home, then make sure you subscribe and check out my next video when I upload it, because I'll break it all down into detail and make it make sense. So thank you very much for watching. Let's carry on chasing that dream, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.